Hello, everyone. Welcome to our weekly Tongren workshop. This week, we'll be doing treatments for probably about 50 people, and we're really happy to see you. This is Tongren and all of our different protocols. So I do it in a way that I teach people as well as treat people. So do it as a treatment, as a teaching, and that is my favorite way to help people learn as quickly as possible, but to get the best benefit. So I'm also going to go live on Instagram as we speak. And it looks good. So let's begin right away with Dolly. Blood flow to the brain. And here's our comments. And there's our comments. And welcome, Emma. Hello, Emma. Good to see you. Got a lot of people here tonight, so we're going to do our process. Tapping is easy as 1, 2, 3. Blood flow to the brain. And hopefully some people are tapping along. And if you are, I get some special people that I want to include that are having some very special struggles these days. Blood flow, command points of the brain. And I'll make sure I keep my hands up. So for Dolly, left foot and leg for numbness. So numbness means nerve reduced transmission or inflammation or both. And the next thing she says, she has arthritis, which is inflammation, weight and memory. So we'll work on that. Blood flow, sky window to the brain for everyone. And Instagram is cooperating more these days in terms of lighting. So blood flow, nerve flow, blood flow to the brain and to the spine. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for inflammation. Hello, Marie. How you doing? Hope you're feeling good afterwards, after we met the other day. You hadn't seen each other for over a year, so I hope everything's going well. So Dolly, so we have 2 sets of nerves we work on. Brachial plexus for the arms, lumbosacral plexus for what she's asking for, left foot, leg numbness. So you go to the source. So let me know if things are getting better, worse, or the same, everyone. And then down, especially the left leg. So the brachial plexus for Pat and the shoulders. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for the arthritis. So the brachial plexus for the arms and the hands. Lumbosacral plexus for the legs. Sky window for the memory. And let's work right on the ouch point, or right or above the elbow. Let's work right on the ouch point there for her. So Marie, you're saying you used your smartphone to transmit this tapping session class to your TV. Wow. That's cool. That's great. And then grounding T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for the inflammation, the pain, and the weight. And especially the microbiome, T11, T12, L4, L5 for the microbiome and the weight loss. I'm a celebrity now because I'm on your TV. You're right. Imagine all the famous people that have been on your TV. Now I'm one of them. And liver 3 and kidney 1. So let's see. Next is blue sky. So let's work on blood flow to the brain and lower back, but the brain, mind, health. So sky window for the brain, mind, and consciousness. And hello to Patricia. And I'm just curious for the Facebook people, what Facebook page of mine are you on? Or maybe you're on Tongren Station. I'm actually broadcasting to Tongren Station now. Confidence, GB13. Don Anderson. If you've never seen this before, well, enjoy. You're going to get a distance healing treatment. I've been doing this about 25 years. We do it all over the world. And then you just put in a request for what you want us to focus on for you. Just as you see in the list. Susan Budd. Command points of the brain for blue sky. Confidence, GB13, right side. Relaxed mind, the Intong area, third eye. So blood flow to the spine. Oh, you get notifications from Facebook that I've gone live. I get it. It's good to know. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Especially the liver and the kidneys for detox. T9, L2. T8, insulin resistance, so anti-inflammation, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. So there's a question, what about releasing trauma? The issues are oftentimes in the tissues. They say the issues are in the tissues. for sure, the trauma can manifest in physical, emotional, and spiritual blockages or different things. We can work on balancing emotional things, guaranteed. Do a tune-up. Insulin resistance, T8, so anti-inflammation on the one hand, and also inflammation. T11, T12, T8, esophagus, pancreas, T9, T8, right side, and the microbiome, T7 and T12, T11, T12, L4, and L5. So also the pancreas for the dad, T8 for insulin resistance and the pancreas. And T3 for the lungs. Confidence, GB13, right side, sky window, blood flow to the brain for clarity, and the Tomg, spiritual center. Know that everyone is sacred, deserves to take care. Right now I am live on YouTube, Tongren Station, Anusara Wellness Facebook pages, as well as my website, anusarawellness.com/weekly. Vertebral artery to the spinal artery, T8 for the pancreas, C3 for the eyes, the ouch point for the eyes, blood flow to the eyes, sky window, and facial artery. And again, T3 the lungs for the dad, and eye health for the mom, C3, C4, optic nerve, eyes, kidney, liver for the eyes because it's related in Chinese medicine. Hand grounding, liver 3 and kidney 1. Great. So next, Happy Mama 40. Yep. Welcome. G for perfect blood. We got a few people that want perfect blood and perfect bloods. Blood flow to the brain. And we'll do a two-part process, one for the bones and one for the craniosacral fluid, which supports the bones and the bone marrow. Command points of the brain and brain stem, perfect blood, vertebral artery to the spinal artery, C1 to C7, and next we'll work with Esther, who we have, and then we will work on the Maria's Lupus, Patricia Weller, Don Anderson, Deb Patton. We'll work on for all of you. Bones and bone marrow T1. T7 right side spleen, also for blood. Craniosacral fluid T789, GB789, and coccygeal 1 to 4, that's the tailbone. So for the breast, T1, 2, 3, and focus on 4. So that is for Happy Mama and Gleeful Stranger, breast, Gleeful Stranger mentioned breast cancer. And for perfect blood, we work on the bones, GB 39. Make sure we get everything complete. As a reminder, we have a week from Saturday our masterclass for Tongren training. If you've been doing Tongren for a long time or took a basic class with Tom Tam or myself or Kathy Wilson in Canada, feel free to join us. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. We focus on perfect blood, breast health. So let's work on CB17 also for the breast health for Happy Mama and Gleeful Stranger. So a week from, Patricia, it's a week from Saturday. If you could join us, that would be great. It's got a review, a kind of a community reorientation and to talk about cases, help people to bring their practice to the next level, and to work on some advanced topics as well. So if you could join us, that would be great. If you have the materials, the hammer doll and laser, you should be all set. If you don't, you need to register soon so I can ship them to you right away. But yeah, it'd be great to have you in the workshop. Okay, grounding, liver 3 and kidney 1. Okay. So next we have more with Gleeful Stranger and Maria. Let's check out. Start at the beginning. Patricia, acid reflux, healthy GI, as well as autoimmune conditions and Hashimoto's, and more with the red blood cells in the lymphatic system. So Gleeful Stranger, Patricia Weller, then Marie and Esther. Blood flow to the brain. So for acid reflux, pH, baking soda, special formulations, an apple, believe it or not, or malic acid or apple cider vinegar. Those are good things for it. Command points to the brain. Command points to the brainstem. vertebral artery to the spinal artery. So for Hashimoto's and supposedly an autoimmune condition of the thyroid, possibly a reaction from tap water, fluoride interfering with iodine uptake in the thyroid and parathyroid. So pituitary, hypothalamus, thyroid, parathyroid, superior, inferior thyroid arteries. So also red blood cells, C6, C7, T1, calcium balancing, thyroid, parathyroid, and then the bone marrow for red blood cells. So for the Hashimoto's, for two people, same family, get rid of your tap water, go to findusspring.com to find some mountain water, eat lots of sea vegetables, which are the highest natural source of iodine. And also rule out Epstein-Barr virus, and that should be pretty comprehensive to help you out. Bones and bone marrow, T1, GB39, low blood iron, T11, T12. One trick is in your salads, have lots of lemon. Lemon will increase the iron absorption in your greens and your salads or smoothies. Look for foods that are high in iron. I think even avocados are good with iron. But both of you, lots of sea vegetables. Red blood cells, T1, bones, GB39 for the bones, which is basically the factory for blood cells. So while we're working on that, we're going to work on Charlotte for leukemia, T1, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, inflammation, T11, T12, L4, L5 for the microbiome. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for anti-inflammation, T7 and T12, the low abdomen organs, and then grounding. Lymph system, let's do a lymph tune-up for everyone. 5 major points. Of course, there's the spleen, which is the largest lymph organ. Then we go lymph node. Then we go to the lymph nodes, the 4 main lymph nodes, the armpits. This is for everyone. The groin. Up to the lymphatic duct and out to the subclavian artery. Next we have Esther. Hope everybody's doing well. We will work with Esther, then Patricia Weller, then Larissette, then Emma. Okay. Blood flow to the brain. brain relief, GB 19, 20, 21, 22. Command points to the brain stem for everyone, especially people that have been vaccinated. Work on the GB 17. So for people that are interested in the workshop, just email me, joe@anusarwellness.com, or go directly and register if you like, anusarwellness.com/MBYOH. Sounds a little bit difficult to remember, so I will type it down. Vertebral artery to the spinal artery. Pain relief, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Swelling in the hand, so brachial plexus, leading it down to the hands. Again, the brachial plexus down to the hands for Esther. Brachial plexus, the muscles around the scapula. Then for the lower body, T7 right side for blood flow to the lower body. So for acid reflux, stomach, and liver, T9. Healthy GI, so there will be T11, T12, L4, and L5, along with the stomach. Acid reflux, definitely. I think Dr. Group has an acid reflux herbal remedy specific for that, which probably has a lot of malic acid, apple cider vinegar. So then the lumbosacral plexus to the bladder area, sacrum 1 to 5 for Esther. So blood flow, so the nerve flow, lumbosacral plexus, blood flow, T7 right side, abdominal aorta, and then the nerve flow, sacrum 1 to 5. So vagus nerve to the belly for the acid reflux, CV4. Also good for the healthy GI, CV4. A laser is really good on that area too. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. Okay. So next we have Maria's lupus. Laura said, anxiety, frequent urination. Blood flow to the brain. Scratchy throat, exhaustion, anxiety, frequent urination, and neck. And we will also work for Susan Budd, arthritis. Command points of the brain for everyone. TB13 right side for anxiety. Vertebral artery to the spinal artery, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Maria's lupus. So scratchy throat, C3, 4, 5. Possible inflammation, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. The cause, exhaustion. Congratulations, you got to get some rest. Anxiety, GB13 right side. There are some good herbs for frequent urination. So who is this person Laura said? Is it Laura? So frequent urination is not, you don't have a, do you know the cause of the frequent urination? That's my question. Let me see if anybody's chiming in here now. Feeling the chi. Drew is here, great. Les for his prostate, absolutely. Divine Shadow, that's probably Eric. He's listening, which is great. Hello. Hello, Les. So scratchy throat, C3, 4, 5, and the ouch point on the throat itself. GB13 for anxiety. Frequent urination, let's go to that. That's T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, inflammation. But we're working on Maria's lupus as well, continuing with T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. The armpits for axillary lymph. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for lupus. And there's a famous doctor, I think it's Goldstein, which has a lot of results, fixing her own lupus. Anxiety is also in the gut, T11, T12, L4, L5. Frequent urination, the bladder area, S1, 2, 3, 4. Also again for Esther to S1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want to miss the neck and shoulder pain. It's just shoulder release point. Gallbladder 21, right in the middle of the shoulder, right here. At the high point of the muscle here to the trapezius. And the whole shoulder, the ouch points of the whole shoulder and neck pain. Hopefully that will help. I believe it will. So for lupus also, T11, T12, L4, L5 for the microbiome. And part 3, let's use the Dantian areas for these different areas. Let's work right on the throat chakra area. CV17 for the heart, anxiety. CV4 for the urination. And bring the energy down, liver 3 and kidney 1. And we're getting some requests from Instagram. Hello, Instagram. Instagram Planet. Okay. So Emma, we're going to work on Emma. You didn't put in the request, but I think I got it. And thank you for high. Okay, and right kidney weakness. Okay. You did both, but we'll do it again. The flow to the brain. So now let's work with Susan Budd. And then we'll do some cancers. Blood flow to the brain. Hello, Esther. Good to see you, as always. Blood flow to the brain. And we do want to work on platelets. P1 for anyone that wants to have platelets. Blood flow to the brain. Welcome if there are any new people here. We do Tongren Distance Healing for anyone on the planet for free with high effectiveness. It's a pretty good business model. No money, good service to humanity. I like it. Command points of the brain stem. Blood flow to the brain. Blood flow down the entire spine. But let's work on the brachial plexus, the nerves right around shoulder height, which feed to the hands. And let's work on the hands. Excuse me. So good to see you, Don. If you want to know more about it, you can contact me. I actually teach it all over the world. We had a French class, 23 people, a couple of weeks ago. So arthritis, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Anti-inflammation. L4, L5, the microbiome, and T11, T12, the microbiome. Engage newcomer. And we have a J out there. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Lymph area, T3 for the lymph. Small intestine cancer, T11, T12. T6 for the diaphragm and oxygen. Oxygen is anti-cancer. So cancer is in oxygen deficiency. Infections are immune system compromise. That covers most every disease condition in the world. T123478, anti-arthritis, work on arthritis. And even for trauma, GB13, right side, the frontal lobe. CV17 for the heart chakra to connect to your true self, and the Tomg, the third eye, to connect to your true self, release trauma, change your relationship, and transform your life. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. And somebody has stress and anxiety. Does anybody have stress and anxiety? I don't know about you guys, but I've had my share. So I want to make sure I did not miss anyone on Instagram. Was half for high blood sugar, pancreas again. We will work for releasing trauma, depression, motivation, anxiety, blood flow. Let's work on blood flow to the brain. Stress and anxiety. If you want a good stress release, if you want to follow me along, you will breathe in and out through the nose, and you will do according to the counts, and then you end up with holding your breath. If you're ready, breathe in and count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold your breath for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That activates the relaxation response, and we work on GB13 at the same time. Vertebral artery to the spinal artery, we have Don Anderson and Deb Patton. Itchy skin condition, it could be seborrhea, eczema, seborrhea. Nope, I don't think that's right. T123478 for depression, but primarily the focus is on the microbiome because that's where most neurotransmitters are, like serotonin. So work on your fermented foods, your high fiber foods. Lack of self-confidence and self-esteem. Just remember that you are sacred like everyone else. You have faith, you have confidence that you deserve everything available in this world, and don't hold back. Have confidence. GB13, right side. So Deb, you travel 80 miles to get water. Well, that's more than I do. You should look up the website findaspring.com, you might find a closer place. Microbiome T11, T12 for depression, L4, L5, the second human brain. Also good for stress and anxiety, T11, T12, L4, L5. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. Best water ever, the Fountain of Youth. Sign me up. That sounds great. You have your own Fountain of Youth. Good for you. All right. So next we have Deb. No power, left side. Can't get up and go. Pain in plenty of places. So blood flow to the brain. We're working with Deb Patton right now. So what I would recommend, Deb, 2 things. One is clay for detoxing and sea vegetables for mineralizing. That will help the Hashimoto's a lot. So power, energy, let's work on CV4 for the Dantian. Charge the batteries. And Les, you're coming up. Good to see you. Feel free to check in. I was going to send you a link to check in to see how things are going. Also, clay will take care of your skin issues because it will detox the liver and the skin, which are both connected as a detox organ. Vertebral artery, spinal artery, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. T4 for the skin. For any systemic pain or anything like that, check out your B12 detox. Work on intermittent fasting so that you're not eating late at night. Breathing is very low, so look into resistance breathing. See if I have my resistance breathing device. I do. This is an advanced technique for increasing oxygen to the tissues, especially good for cancer, heart arrhythmias, and different things. So I'm going to put it around my neck. How's that sound? I've known about other devices, but I learned this from someone else. And we have the Furlough device, the relaxator, and Wim Hof breathing. All very good. All my favorites. So itchy skin, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7. B12 for energy. T7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. T11, T12, L4, L5 for low energy. Microbiome, depression, anxiety, and stress. So I'm hoping you can join us, Pat. It's going to be a great group. That's for the Tongren Masterclass. My sense is you already know a lot about Tongren, so I think you'd have a great time. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. And make sure I don't miss Instagram. 2 people for Instagram. 3 people for Instagram. Blood flow to the brain will work with less. And it says here the skin condition is bacterial, so when you do clay baths or clay foot soaks, it pulls, electromagnetically attaches to bacteria, viruses, and heavy metals and escorts them out of the body. Can't do it any better than that. Read an article yesterday how clay is good for COVID. T123478. Oh, you already took the October. You were in the October 8th, October 25th class, or October 8th last year. Must have been last year. So join us. That'd be great. So Deb Patton Hashimoto's, we worked on that. And we're working on prostate cancer right now. Vertebral artery to the spinal artery. We're going to work some more on Hashimoto's for Deb, C6, C7, GV20, C6, C7. Vertebral artery to spinal artery, and Tongren, Tundrachile. Tundra chili, breast, T1, 2, 3, 4, T4, T3, T4, T3, T4. Keep doing that. That's for prostate, for the lymph. T1, 2, 3, 4 for the bones, also for the prostate and metastases. L1, L2 for the kidneys, T8 pancreas. The more advanced device is this one, which is the Frolov, which is even more focused on cancer than this one, which is more, it's technically called a relaxator. Activates the parasympathetic nervous system, but the Frolov is a closed system which increases carbon dioxide oxygen ratios and oxygen into the tissues, which is anti-cancer. So L3 for the prostate for less. And we'll do a complete lymph tune-up for everyone. And also you have anxiety as well. And we will do that. L3. And the bones for less, T1. GB39. Craniosacral fluid for the bones. Does everybody know that in the middle of the night, your craniosacral fluid wakes up and washes your spine? Isn't that cool? Great stuff. Yeah, last year. Okay, Patricia. You just signed up? Oh, awesome. And I see it. I get these alerts all the time. It'd be great to have you in the class. And one of the things we do in the Tongren class, since it's been a year since you took my workshop, We review how things are going, work as a group, how to possibly help you, or we learn from you with your experience and your expertise to share with the group. So that's what makes it so good. It's a community event. Vertebral artery, spinal artery. So Susan Budd says, I'm a practitioner too. Can you please tell me where I can find a list of new points? Oh, you should join our workshop too, a week from Saturday. I work on specialized advanced points, some of which I go through here as much as possible, and then I'll explain them in more detail, and then we will collaborate as a community to work with you in your practice. So I hope you can join us too. Let's work for less one more time. T1 for the bones. T3 for the lymph. Armpits for the lymph. L3 for the prostate. And good to see you, Calm Civilian. Vagus nerve down the torso, but also the pain and stiffness in the neck for less. So the best way to do that is all the ouch points of the shoulders, but the shoulder release point, GB21, right in the middle of the shoulders on the high part of the muscle. And Sylvie, you got your aloe force. How is it? It's one of the smartest foods in the world. We had an interview with the aloe force woman. Brilliant. I take it every day. So let's see if we have any more outstanding people. Oh, good for your pets too. Absolutely. Your pet's good food. Yeah, that's great. So there we have Drew for the kidneys. And adrenals. Kidneys and low salt. And adrenals and detoxing. Blood flow to the brain. Kimbies. We won't miss anyone. Blood flow to the brain. Vertebral artery. Oh, you got the gel too? That's great. Good stuff. Vertebral artery to the spinal artery. Kidneys, L1, L2 for Drew. Low salts, yes, for the kidneys. Make sure you get plenty of electrolytes, things. Sea vegetable water. L1 for the adrenals, L2 for the kidneys. And detoxing for Kimbies. T9 for the liver. The best detoxing is through clay and actually aloe. Good aloe. So for the class, 2 minutes ago, Dolly, the class is on, if you're on this web page, you just looked at training instead of weekly live classes. It will be a week from Saturday from 1 to 5. We got a bunch of great people from all over the world joining us. I think the woman from South Africa just signed up. So you can sign up if you go to the training link on the same page. You look for the weekly. So it says weekly live classes, and then the next link is training, and then it says Masterclass. And it's a week from Saturday, 1 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let me finish up with everyone. I'm sorry if we're running a couple minutes late, but I don't want to miss anyone. I will never stop until I finish everyone. So we worked on adrenals, detox for Kimbies, T7 right side, to prepare to do the nerves for the broken foot on the right. Brachial plexus, sciatic nerve, which goes down the legs, and then the ouch point on the right foot itself. And hello to California, Eric. Ouch point, right broken foot, liver 3 and kidney 1. And Janice Conyers, we will work on you next. We're running a few minutes late, but we should be okay. For engaged user auditory and visual hallucinations. For blood flow to the brain. A lot of times that can be caused by nutrient deficiency, so you need nutrient density. Boku superfoods is one of the best sources for that. Sea vegetables, macrophages from the aloe juice. So the class is $95 if you have the materials already, or you can join the class as much as $350 because sometimes people get the online training as a reference going forward. But the basic admission for class is $95. Somebody was asking. So let's work on auditory and visual cortex of the brain, GB 789. So for your sister, a detox, because hallucinations could be heavy metals, could be parasites, could be nutrient deficiency, a lack of minerals. And it could be a blockage, which we'll work on right now, GB 789. The auditory and visual cortices of the brain, blood flow to the brain, and in Tomg for hallucinations and connecting to the third eye. And T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, reducing inflammation. So the place to join the workshop, I will put a link here. There's the link for everyone for the workshop. If you just want to go direct. Aloha. Sounds like you're in a nice warm place. So let's finish up. We have abdominal hernia, ED, RA, and weight balancing, arthritis, and neuropathy. For deep blood flow to the brain, brain command points. Brainstem command points. Vertebral artery to the spinal artery, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. For RA, rheumatoid arthritis, weight balancing, and arthritis, and neuropathy, general neuropathy. So neuropathy of the arms, brachial plexus, neuropathy of the legs, lumbosacral plexus. So ED would be pancreas, insulin resistance, T8, pancreas, T8 right side. Abdominal hernia, let's work on the gut. Stomach, T9, but especially the abdominal hernia area, the inguinal area, and CV4. Also CV4 for weight balancing. The best thing for weight balancing is a nutrient-dense foods such as sea vegetables, a superfood, Boku superfoods, which fills in all the blanks. And I think, I'm not sure, that we had maybe 100 conditions today. And broke a record. Thank you for joining us. And let me just quadruple check to make sure I didn't miss anybody. And focusing, tapping for after COVID. Yep, let's do one more last immune boost for everyone. Blood flow to the brain. Vertebral artery, spinal artery. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for after COVID. There are some important teas and herbs for COVID. It's $95, the 11th. The 9th. Saturday. What's the week from Saturday? The 9th. $95, and it is the 9th of October. And let me make sure it's listed correctly on the website. Training, under training, masterclass. So let me make sure that's correct for you. Yep, there it is, Saturday, the 9th, 1 to 5 p.m. Let me know, Dolly, if that's correct. This will be like a family reunion with all you guys there. It would be really great. Anti-COVID, COVID recovery, T7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Especially T8, pancreas, pancreatic enzymes to do a cleanup of all the spike proteins generated through the organs and the arteries. Work on the heart, which is sometimes affected by COVID as well. T5. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. So we didn't miss anyone. We will work with Catherine for the eyes. Macular degeneration, GV17, ouch point for the eyes, and C3 for the eyes for Catherine McGlynn. And T5 for the rectal cancer for 2 people. And weekend T1 for the Charlotte and the leukemia. So we'll do a battery charge for everyone. Healing tone for everyone. Thank you for joining. I hope to see you all, of course, next Thursday. I love our community here. We're a great group of people helping others. So thank you very much. See you soon. And thank you for joining a week from Saturday for everyone. That'll be an excellent regrouping of the workshop, getting your questions answered and moving your practice forward and just hanging out. Thank you very much and have a great day.